Hello and good afternoon from your Co-op Community Stadium. I'm Shaun Cashmore. Next to me today is Craig Barnes, and you're here with us for the first time back at home after over a month away when Leamington beat Southport here back on the 2nd of September. Brakes were sadly dealt an early FA Cup exit at the hands of nearby Old Church in a match that ended 3-0. That exit had come after the weekend before Leamington had moved on and northward from the Southport win to Spennymoor Town to see if they could finally pick up points on a patch that Brakes have never found rewarding, and again were left to rue opportunities gone begging as they went down 2-0 to a Glenn Taylor double. Last weekend was quite the event that some of you Brakes fans on Brakes Live FM may have been treated to, if that's the right word, as Leamington conceded 4 inside 65 minutes, but it was the weather gods who stole the show, with referee Shaun Taylor correctly deciding the pitch was unplayable after nearly a full 45 minutes of stoppage. As for today's opposition, Hereford, they sit just below Leamington in the league and have played a game more, so even this early in the season, today's encounter is pencilled in as a mid-table scrap. Before we get underway today, both Leamington FC and Hereford FC come together to pay their respects to a Hereford fan, James Plumbridge, who tragically passed away last week at the age of only 22. All of Leamington FC send their thoughts, prayers and condolences to James's family, friends and all at Hereford FC. We're going to hold a minute's applause, following which the entire Leamington FC starting team will present the Hereford fans in the North Bank with a Brakes JMO 22 shirt. And we're just going to take a short break while we obviously give that well-deserved applause to the Hereford fan. So the referee blows his whistle, and then Adam Walker and Ewan Williams, a really nice touch from Leamington. They're going to jog down to the Hereford fans who are sporting that flag as well, and they're going to gift a shirt to the Hereford fans who take it fantastically as well, and big handshakes all round from fans and players alike, and it's a really nice touch, Craig.
Oh, absolutely. It's quite touching is the word, isn't it? And it brings together the world of football, doesn't it? So, fans, whatever shirt you're wearing today, all our support and love are with James's family.
Ball down the right-hand side, lost out by the Bulls, and now Owen Farmer has a chance to get away, and then Farmer's just brought down late over on the far side, and it's going to be an early booking, so we're only sort of 3 minutes into this game, if that, and there is an early booking for the Hereford man. Farmer just scampered away, and then it was just a bit of a late challenge, a bit of a lunge. Farmer's stayed down, he's going to need some treatment now as well, and it's a early booking for the number 6.
It was, yeah. He just didn't want Farmer getting away, did he? They had some cover, but he just stuck out a boot, brought him down and straight in the book. Farmer's still down at the moment, just receiving a bit of treatment here.
Hereford switch it out to this left-hand side. For those of you that obviously don't know or can't see the action, Leamington kicking towards the North Bank in this first half. Now we're kicking towards the clubhouse end with the wind against them in the second. Hudson down the line, left-footed cross into a free header for that man in the middle, Campbell, and he got it all wrong. Nobody within 3 yards of him. Evans and Crowther asking questions of each other, but it was work down the left-hand side. Hudson floated one into the 6-yard box, and there was Romay Campbell looking for his 5th goal in a 10th start for the Bulls, and he put his header way over the top. Theo Richardson, right-footed, will clear it in his orange kit, but only as far as Crowther, who puts a firm head on it, and it's flicked on by Van Leer, the 2 former Kings Lynn Town men linking up for the Brakes. Into the middle of the park, Van Leer puts his head on it once again. Berridge wins the ball, tries to go down the line, seems to come back off Berridge, and it's going to be a throw-in down on this left-hand side, and again Farmer has gone down, and I don't think he's going to be able to run it off, Craig. He punches the ground in a bit of frustration. Shorrock now seems ready as well, so I think Owen Farmer, his race is run.
And you just hope he hasn't done himself a little bit more damage, just trying to stay on, be dogged and want to play on. You can tell he loves his football, loves being out there, but he's walking off very gingerly. But I do apologise, because I thought he'd gone off when we were talking about it before. I was trying to see on the pitch where Ant Lim was, because we were talking about him, and then obviously I missed that he'd carried back on, but this time very much off. The board's gone up, and Will Shorrock is now into the action.
Now it'll be a chance for Berridge to take this corner. In towards the near post, headed goals. What a save by Theo Richardson. Well, I think it was Van Leer with the header. Bullet towards Richardson, and Theo Richardson got down with a big hand, and somehow the goalkeeper has managed to keep this thing goalless. Highly rated goalkeeper is Theo Richardson, and you can see exactly why. Meredith on the right hand side, in towards Sharrock. Sharrock in towards the penalty area, falls down towards Berridge, into the back of the net. Well, it was a little bit scrappy, but it's in the end, it's fired home by Tim Berridge. His 7th goal for the club. He's been moved into the number 9 position after Owen Farmer picked up that injury early in this game, and he's managed to squeeze one under the body of Theo Richardson, who moments ago made that brilliant save, but it was worked down the right-hand side. Sharrock got onto the end of it, worked a low ball into the penalty area, and there was Tim Berridge. One touch to make a little bit of space, a second touch to squeeze it under the body of Theo Richardson. Leamington 1, Hereford 0. We've played just over 35 minutes here at Ucart Community Stadium. Three minutes to be added on then, says the 4th official, Mahel Korea. So just 3 minutes until the break. Ball all the way back with Theo Richardson. Been beaten once this afternoon, and now his long ball up towards Campbell is offloaded neatly towards Richards on the Edwards on the edge of the penalty area. Edwards comes all the way through, dances inside the penalty area. Edwards brought down, it's a penalty. Well, the first challenge from Evans looked like it could bring down Elani Edwards, but he put his hands up and pulled away from it, and then as the second challenge came down, Edwards just cut back, took the contact, went down. I think straight away you heard the lull in the crowd. Everyone held their breath. I think they knew what was coming from referee Chadwick, and he slowly just put his whistle to his mouth and pointed towards the spot. And I think as penalties go, it's going to be fairly hard for anyone in a Leamington shirt to argue that one, Craig.
Well, I thought he was looking for it a little bit. That's why Evans, to start off with, had his hands up, because he knew that he was trying to ride a challenge, trying to bring about a penalty. Evans didn't bite. The second challenge came in, went down. Need to see it back again, but that was given.
Leamington fans trying to put off Campbell as much as they can. On the stroke of half time then, Campbell against Ravenhill. Can Ravenhill keep it out? Campbell steps up, sends him the wrong way into the back of the net. The Hereford fans enjoy that one on the stroke of half time to our right hand side, and Rumey Campbell makes it 5 in 10 for the season from the penalty spot right on the stroke of half time after Elani Edwards was brought down. It's Leamington 1, Hereford 1.
Yeah, confidently put the penalty away, didn't he? Sent, as you say, Ravenhill the wrong way, and yeah, what can you say, 1-1. I think Paul Holloman would have been so desperate to see the game to half-time 1-0, but it was not to be, so big team talks coming up for both sides.
Meredith whips it in towards the far post. Van Leer bundled over. Crowther goes in, wins the header. Sharrock brought down. Walker helps it back into the penalty area. Berridge tries to bring it down, can't do so. Really good control by the Hereford man as he brings it out from the back, and now the counter-attack develops through Richards. Plenty of space for Rumey Campbell. Campbell lays it out towards Osborne on this left-hand side. Good break by the Bulls. Osborne in towards the penalty area, onto his right foot, sends one goalwards, whips in towards the near post, and then it was turned goalwards by Campbell, and Ravenhill had to just put out a quick reflex glove and keep it out. Good save by the Leamington shot stopper, and now Leamington will try and break. Van Leer down this left-hand side. Burton in support. Burton goes across. Really good challenge though by the captain. Hawkins played it off the ankles of Burton and wins the throw. Throw taken quickly. Edwards in the middle of the park. Challenged by Captain Walker. They go all the way back towards Preston, and now it's worked out towards the left-hand side. Hudson. Edwards again. The man on loan until January from Villa, Elani Edwards, in his 11th start for the Bulls. They work it out away to the left-hand side again. Wow, do Hereford. Back into the path of Elani Edwards. The tall centre midfielder, box to box, quite often comes forward with it again. On the right-hand side now, Sterling James. Skinner infield, in towards Osborne, who has a drive. Ravenhill had to fend it away from his near post and then had to scamper and get up quickly to make sure that he grasped hold of the loose ball. Good goalkeeping from the Leamington man on loan from Barnsley. Here's Alani Edwards, who's been almost everywhere in this centre of the park in this opening 20 minutes of the second half. Skinner, very well advanced from right back as the sun just comes out from behind the windy conditions and clouds here at Kirk Community Stadium, just bakes the glorious green turf in front of us in clear sunshine. And trying to shine a light on this game now are Hereford. Osborne towards the edge of the area. Darth. Edwards drops a shoulder, knows that he has Skinner on the right hand side. Skinner, is he going to use Edwards again? Yes, he is. Edwards thought about the early cross, decides against it, works it towards the edge of the area. They try the reverse ball around the corner, back towards Osborne. Osborne onto his left foot, tries to get the cross in, it's going to come back to him. Right footed cross this time into another good area, on towards the penalty area, bounces down, no one can clear it in a Leamington shirt. Left footed drive by Hudson, up and over the top. Leamington have made a change. Joe Clark has come on to replace the debutant Will Van Leer. And keep your eyes on Ewan Williams, because I've seen Leamington do this before when Joe Clark comes on. They will push Ewan Williams on a little bit more. Ball works in towards Crowther. Berridge onto his left foot. Can he free up the angle? Yes, he can. Really good save. Falls down towards Shorrock. Really good block. I think it was by the number 3 Hudson. Good play again by Berridge, worked it from a tight angle, big glove by Richardson, came down towards Shorrock, and his goal-bound effort seems to be cleared almost off the line by the body of Hudson.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great play all round, really, wasn't it? It was Berridge's shot, as you say, keeper saved it. Then you think that Shorrock is bound to score, but off the line, and away it goes.
Walker just helps it away from trouble. Helped back forward again by Hereford, but now it's out to this left-hand side, and wow, Berridge has made a mess of it. Could have tried to protect the ball out for a throw-in, kept it in, but gave it straight towards Alani Edwards. Alani Edwards been really impressive in this game, the Hereford number 27. Darth now, plenty of space on the right-hand side. They've doubled up on Quainer. Osborne, early ball in, well headed away by Crowther. It's going to fall down though towards Skinner, turned into his own net. Turned into his own net by debutant Archie Crowther, and the Hereford fans enjoy that one behind Rogan Ravenhill's goal. We've got just over 14 minutes to play here at Kirk Community Stadium, and Leamington, who took the lead in this game, have been not only pegged back by the Bulls, but now find themselves behind. It's Leamington 1, Hereford 2. The ball was fired in by Aaron Skinner and turned into the back of his own net by debutant Archie Crowther.
Yeah, he got his footing all wrong, I think, and just deflected it past Ravenhill. But I think Paul Holloman will be livid from the start, because Berridge tried to play the ball off the Hereford player's legs, and in doing so, didn't do so. It popped through in front of it and is able to progress down the pitch from there, and Leamington creators of their own downfall.
Just over 10 minutes to go then, 79 on the clock here at Kirk Community Stadium. Leamington 1, Hereford 2. Ewan Williams manages to escape away from Darth. Williams all the way in towards the penalty area. Williams left footed across the face of goal. Is it going to be turned in by Shorrock? No, it'll be a corner. Well, I'm not sure if keeper Richardson got a touch. It was certainly Shorrock's to turn in at the far post, but he couldn't quite keep up with it and managed to turn it goalwards either. But really good play from Ewan Williams down this left-hand side. He had Lawson Darth for pace, and his effort goal-bound just didn't quite have enough on it. I think just a little bit of game management is coming into effect now, because Hereford are starting to wind down the clock, as they should, to try and get this game and these 3 points over the line. Throw in down the line, flicked on really well by Remy Campbell into the path of Alani Edwards. Alani Edwards away from 1, 2, away from 3. Really good goalkeeping from Rogan Ravenhill. Just threw himself at the mercy, really, and to the floor of Alani Edwards. And now there's a free kick on the edge of the penalty area, which I'm not entirely sure what's for as well. Sterling James, bit of a free kick specialist. I thought they might try and play to the corner, but he's going to have a go as he drills one towards the top corner, off the post, turned home. Offside flag is up. Well, what a free kick from Sterling James. I noted him as a bit of a free kick specialist this afternoon. His effort off the post came back out to Andy Williams. He turned it home. The flag up was up for offside, but either way, it makes no difference. Full-time whistle has been blown. Leamington have been beaten at home. It's finished here at Ucart Community Stadium. Leamington 1, Hereford 2. Leamington took the lead in the first half. The goal coming courtesy of Tim Berridge after 35 minutes, right on the stroke of half-time. Ewan Williams brought down Elani Edwards. Up stepped Ramey Campbell on the stroke of half-time to level things up. In the second half, Hereford have managed the game well. In the end, they've won it courtesy of a really, really, really good performance and an own goal courtesy of Archie Crowther after Aaron Skinner sent one towards the far post, and the Leamington debutant was unlucky to turn it into his own net. It's finished here at Ucart Community Stadium. Leamington 1, Hereford 2.
Paul, a bit of a hard one to take out there, especially with Leamington taking the lead and the penalty just before half-time. Your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure it's hard to take. I thought they probably edged the game, to be honest. I thought first 20 minutes we probably looked like a side hadn't played for a couple of weeks, even though we worked really hard and a bit of a reset and you're trying, but it wasn't quite right. We grew into the game, had a couple of good chances. Obviously got the goal in front, I think. So the first point obviously is it 47 minutes, 48 minutes? It's on transition, we're sloppy again. It's poor decisions down in this far corner again, and it's madness really, and it's something that's crept in sadly the last month that we've made. Poor decisions, too many poor decisions with him without the ball, and it's cost us, whether it's been at Spennymoor, Alvechurch or today. Then we had our best spell of the game, I thought, start second half, but we got a bit of rhythm in the game. Played the conditions better. We were brave enough to throw it out a bit and play a little bit, and couple of good moments in the game. I think the key moments in the game is when we missed the one down there. And I don't know how we missed that one. And then I can't see it back at the moment, but the goal will look. We've got to make a better decision just by me there. They've got an overload and a 2 and a 1. The cross comes in, the header is. It's just not good enough. And it's another sloppy goal. It's another really sloppy goal. It's another scenario where we've had the ball and within kind of 15, 20 seconds in the back of our net. So, no, disappointing. Then we weren't brave enough at the end. You can see for the last 15 minutes we think it's the right thing to do to not drop off and have the ball off the keeper and just put the ball up in the end of the ball. It's just madness. So, listen, we were just a bit... didn't manage the game well today. We've made poor decisions. In amongst that, we've had spells and we've had chances. We've had enough chances. There's no doubt about that. And certainly the one first half and this one down here when the keeper's out and it's just got to be put in the net. There's a kid standing on the line. It's a good 2-1. I understand it's going to be difficult. The conditions were terrible. It was hard. I'm just probably disappointed that we haven't managed ourselves better and managed the game better. My early interviews this season, I sort of said that, look, we're going to have a lot of work to do this year because it's another new side and we've had to probably go deeper into non-league, lower into non-league, and a lot of lads with not a lot of national league experience, and I think you could see that today a little bit. You could see their experience managing the game, managing the conditions, managing the officials, probably compared to us really. But the bottom line is, both of their goals were we can do better on both of them. So that's really, really disappointing. And listen, we've always had the same kind of model that where we are, our players have to be really at it every week, and we've got to be making good decisions. We've got to be 7 out of 10 every week, and when them standards drop, which we have recently, and we've been sloppy. Listen, you lose games because teams like Fold and Spennymoor and Hereford, they've got the players that'll punish, and that's what's happened. So, listen, we've got it's going to be a real tough week this week with Hereford, Scarborough and Fold, obviously. So, yeah, that's the league. So, listen, we've been here before, and you're hoping that we can sort of improve, but at the moment we've sort of dropped off a bit from where we were. And that's something we've got to try and sort out. How we do that, there's different ways. What you're hoping is that we just step up a little bit, stop making mistakes, because we're making mistakes, manage the game a bit better, and like you say, so that's where we are at the moment. So yeah, disappointing.
One frustration that happened early on in the game is Owen Farmer had to come off after 3 minutes. What's the latest on him? We've seen him hobbling around just after the first half.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, it's just it's an Achilles. It's an Achilles. Yeah, and I'm not saying that's the right way to manage a game, because early doors when we've broke on them twice, whether it was Owen Farmer or Will, and we broke from midfield, and the way Hereford have dealt with that, the tackle on Will on Owen, it's a disappointing one. It's gone right down his Achilles, and I think if we were at the top level of football, and you have a look at it on VAR, I think you probably. The player might have walked, so that's it was a poor. I think it was a poor challenge, and it's Achilles, so it's got to settle down. We don't know. It'll take 48 hours to assess that one, really. Hopefully, it's impact bruising. Because obviously he's been doing all right. I mean, and you're just hoping he'll grow into the league and start making a few. His performances have probably deserved a few more goals, but yeah, that was a blow. But I thought Tim did all right today. I thought it was a good goal, good finish. Like you say, but I thought Ewan on his 100th game did really well. But yeah, it's just disappointing, because I was hoping with the little break reset we could iron out one or two of the issues we've had the few weeks, and you do a lot of work here and you whatever. But it's so disappointing when the way we've conceded in the 47th minute, the mess we got ourselves in, and then you look at the second goal and you're like, oh. Come on. So, listen, you can't do that at this league. So, listen, like you say, we've got to keep concentrating, keep trying to work hard and iron these things out and see where it takes us.